Friday Matthews, there is the information tent, the medical centre, and merchandise for the day. And that brings us to 1 minute remaining to the next capper. So players and officials 1 minute. Players and officials 1 minute.
Step out of the box, guys. Quick. Over here. Off that table. Move it to out. Go, change it up.
Welcome back to Nottingham, the men's 35s fixture here. Australia taking on New Zealand. Adam Collins in commentary by Alice Summers. Alice, this should be an absolute cracker. The Aussies and the New Zealanders here, always a great game.
And New Zealand tapping off here. Can't wait to see what their attack involves.
You may have seen the haka from the boys. And now it is the Kiwis that get us underway. Already the pace increase here we can see.
Yeah, coming in with a really high attack here and looking like they're trying to phase it, but referee calling offside for Australia already, so it's going to be a new set of 6.
There's a frenetic pace, plenty of bodies getting caught up there. Referee blows the early penalty, so advantage to New Zealand as they attack from the 7-metre line.
Yeah, just New Zealand going in. The ball is down.
Cheap turnover. They'd want to have that one if they could again, but you don't get a replay. And it is the Aussie now on the attacks. Rushing toward their sub-box, looking for that subset play. They had to defend a couple of sets there, so they'll be looking for fresh legs. Players into position now, beautifully up over the halfway line. They're 15 out, last touch.
Yeah, getting really good meters on the long ball. And just giving it down. And
both teams just feeling each other out there. No real sort of attempt to score. It was more about getting the ball into an attacking position, and then just, you know, as I said, feeling out the defence, seeing how they're going to react to certain body movements. And now it'll be the Aussies with a 7 on the 7 with 6 touches here.
Yeah, and just a sweeper.
Very, very long time.
And yeah, just reading the game really well, right?
You'll see here that in this division, it really isn't always frenetic pace. There is just such great structures and the experience and the ability to read the game, and just a simple thing as a head turn or a hip lock, and then they just bounce into the play that they need. Both teams are capable of that, so New Zealand won't take nicely to the 1-0.
And just going to be a call for a touch and pass there. But looking strong from New Zealand and running about.
And that's, you know, they're not too far out of men's open, some of these players, or they still, you know, they're playing men's opens back home in their normal leagues.
And that's amazing to see, and the standard they're bringing to this game is real benefit to everyone.
A nice release there is Big Matt Tope, ex-Australian men's opens winger. Pick up, one-handed pick up, scoots out to the left-hand side. A little dummy, gets in behind the line, looks for support, throws the ball into a body. Referees will have a chat here. There was no interference. The Kiwis really defended that nicely once they got through the line.
Yeah, really good defence there, but Australia running through that for the 33 scoop was super nice and just shows the explosiveness that they have. But New Zealand here on the wing, just getting numbers on and getting fresh legs. And just a little bit of delay there for the half to come, but looking like they're coming on strong here. Setting up.
They roll forward up over the halfway line. Good acceleration there. Just to play off the ball from the number 5, Wayne Tupe. He was looking to go out and break in, but the ball went to ground. Now it is the Aussies that roll up over that sub-box side of the field. Now players, fresh legs on.
Yeah, fresh legs are always really important to bring onto the pitch, even so early into the game. But as we can see here, Australia on the ball, looking for a strike play, giving it back.
And Ryan, little short ball, but nobody hit the hole. It was there for Ryan to hit.
first little dummy as well. Try and sell in that New Zealand player, but
Little double pump. This time didn't quite come off for the Aussies. You see a collision there. It was Lucky Luke that went in for the Aussies. He found himself back on the deck, and the referee said that Luke had initiated the contact. So a penalty for an aggressive touch to the New Zealanders, who roll up over the halfway line. Now they're in a good attacking position. Sweeper play coming.
yeah, just a check back open side as well. And lovely step by New Zealand's number 10. And they are going to give it. What a try.
Yeah, Michael Macquarie is a try scorer, but let's have a look here. I think it's Corey Simeon, Governor, that set this one up nicely. And then the right foot step from Michael Macquarie. Touch claimed right on the line. You can see the number 8 for Australia, and that is Kane Runge, pointing to the referee saying, "I got him, sir," but the referee said, "You might think so, son," but the ball was down, and that is try time for New Zealand, 1-1.
Yeah, as we can see here, super tight game, and Australia just on the pitch now, trying to aim for the line, and a phase play, looking long, step back in from that winger there, but just doesn't come off. I think that's going to be called a forward pass.
So the ball back to the New Zealanders. They'll work their way off their own line. Let's see how they're going to go. They take the tap and move direct. Now the ball shifts. They move it out here closer to the sub box. This is a drive to the line now. That's 3 touches on the halfway line. Touch Blacks move forward.
They're just coming in now, getting a good pace and a good platform, which is so important. But Australia's defence there really stepping up.
They turn that one away, and now it's the Aussies on the attack. 10 metres out from their own line. A nice late release there for Tope. Tope drives it to the sub box. Here come the substitutes.
Yeah, Australia on the attack here. Lovely little latch play and trying to set off on that 7 here, which is definitely line's important. And quickie player going long.
Steps on the inside, but the cover defence coming across makes a great touch, and that'll be the final touch of the set.
Just keeping it alive there from New Zealand and being aware that that tip-off's on.
Both teams showing they're not afraid to pass that extra pass on the drive, and that often then creates that little bit of space in behind the defensive line and brings another defender up. And certainly on the back of that, the Kiwis are in a great attacking position. The body clash.
It's been quite a physical game so far as well, and I don't expect it to let up at all.
There's a few lads out here that know each other quite well, so that's it's a little bit of that coming into the game. Just feeling each other out, trying to assert some level of physical authority. But when you do that, you sail pretty close to the line with the referee. So far, hasn't been anything blow up out of it, but keep an eye on it. It is just simmering below the surface as the Kiwis come back to reset. Little juggle there as he went to the line. Now they just bring it back. Start from a static position.
New Zealand looking for the sweep around. And
Kyron Marsh. Ball out. But we're going to have a penalty for not moving forward.
just getting some fresh legs on, as you can see the New Zealand players running off now and then some of them running on. It's so important, especially when you have a new set 6.
The referee there just communicating to the Australian defence in back play. You can see just telling them they need to move forward. And you can clearly hear it in the effects mic too when the referees are saying to the defenders that they have to move. There's a quick strike dump. Bodies around the ruck. They recover in time. Quick hands from the ground. The touch comes across in time for the Aussies. The referee was right there, calls the touch, but nice ball movement, and the Aussies had to really stand up in defence as the Kiwis go on the attack again. That ball was down.
And that is a lovely diving try there.
Let's see it again.
Sweep, number 6 for New Zealand. Just getting down low and...
Corey Simeon Governor, that's his second try. He just did it beautifully. As you said, the sweep and then the quick transfer to the ground.
Yeah, and the lovely celebration as we saw on the screen from him. But Australia really wanted to reply here, and just on the pitch, oh, a lovely trail ball, but it's going to be called a forward pass.
Forward pass was the call. You're right, it was a beautiful trail pass. Just tucked in nicely into that hole, and the release was on song, but the referees called it forward.
Yeah, and both teams have been looking really strong here. Just New Zealand driving out with their pitch. Get really good meters, already on the halfway line, but I think that's going to be a call for over the mark.
Yeah. I think, keep an eye on this one here on this sideline. It was Luke Tuckey again involved in the collision. And you can hear the sub box for the New Zealanders. They're not taking it too nicely at contact, so we will keep an eye on it. Is that the man that rolls forward?
Yeah, just driving up the wing, and it's kind of nice to see all the wingers getting involved. Australia pick it up.
There's Kanui Cox. Keep an eye on him. Always dangerous ball in hand. Here he is in half. Picks up. There's a wrapper coming around. Nice long ball out to the right-hand side. Called. Penalty given for not coming forward.
But a lovely ball on the outside. Just, we know the space is there, and Australia can just find it. So this new set of 6 will really help them out.
And a full set of 6 here on the line. It is Fox in the middle. There's the bounce out play. Shut down defence from the Kiwis.
Working really hard in defence here. Just getting off the line, but Australia on the ball now. Stepping back in, and a big touch from the New Zealander.
Kanui Cox. As I said, a lot of these players really well known of each other, and there is no love lost. And it was a big touch, as you called. I think the referees may have got that call wrong. They called it an incorrect roll ball, but there was no doubt that the contact from the defender had a massive say in that.
Yeah, just getting a little bit heated on the pitch here, and just shows how much passion they have for this sport. But I don't know what the call is going to be here from the referee. Just having a discussion with the Australian team.
Yeah, we're right here behind the New Zealand sub box, and you can see so Kanui Cox has been sent to the sin bin after all of that.
So he's going to have to be sent behind.
Now the referee just wants to go down and have a chat to the Kiwis as well. But there's no question that the carry-on from Kanui Cox didn't need to take place. However,
this is the New Zealand's try scorer here.
I think he may be the captain. He's just calling the captain out to have a word with him about talking to his team. No, he's been sent as well. Okay, so number 6 was on the field. He's been sent to the sin bin, so they have to drop a player as well. So we're 6 all.
And 5 on 5.
Yep. So yeah, that's it. That's the way it is after all of that wash up. The big delay. We have 1 each in the sin bin. And it is the Kiwis with the advantage here, ball in hand. 2-1 they lead.
It just changes up the structure of the game a little bit here with 5 on 5.
The Aussies have to stand tall in defence here. They do so. It was just a collision of bodies that time. The winger had to come in and shut that one down. Looks like he may have pulled up with a leg injury there. The Australian winger. He's in half. He's working hard. He wants to go off, but he's had to go into half. 3 roll balls in a row there. Now he gets a chance to go to the sub box. That's Brad Powell. Hopefully it's just a little niggle. He's up over
the ball here, moving it across really nicely.
This lateral ball movement, quick hands. Now they go forward from half.
It looks like it's going to be a try, and a lovely try indeed.
It was just numbers, beautiful acceleration there. It was nothing doing as they made their way up that sub-box line, but the scoop and go, the acceleration right on the money, and then the athletic put down right in the corner, millimetres in it from Tucky Luke it is. He's the try scorer, but big kudos to the fella that scooped and went from half. I couldn't see the number, unfortunately, but it was a great setup from the Aussies. 2-all.
Yeah, great foot pace, right? And that finish on the outside from that winger, truly insane. But New Zealand here on the ball, picks up, looking long, throws it. Oh, this
Comes down to space, doesn't it? When you're 5-on-5 and you have to, condense in, it becomes a game of the long pass. We see it set up nicely here, and it's Calum O'Sullivan that finds the winger in space for the try. And Alfonso Goulding it is with the try. That's his name.
Yeah, a lot more space here as it's just 5-on-5, so they'll be looking out wide if they can. But Oz on the ball here.
I'm looking to go through the middle. He wanted an offside call there, and an onside player came across and made the touch, but one of those players bounces out to the right. Individual try, down it is.
Oh, wow, what a step, taking it right and then taking it left and then bouncing off that left foot in the end to get that try.
Yeah, Dave Marr, another stalwart of touch in Australia, based up on the Gold Coast. That's a beautiful individual try. Just heads up touch footy. He knew he had his man beaten, got the ball to ground quickly, and that is try time for Dave Marr. And we have full complement now, 6-on-6, both players called back in. We're all tied up at 3-all, so we're level all around here in this men's 35s game. Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, looking really even here, and both teams bringing it to the team. But just a drop ball from New Zealand, so Australia will get that quick ball up.
Here they roll up through the middle. This time, good direct momentum, fake dump, extra metres now. Got a player offside. Now they reset New Zealand, but the Aussies have the ascendancy with momentum and field position here. 2 touches remain. In the middle with Josh Phillips.
Yeah, just giving that ball work in New Zealand really hard here and picking up, looking for that link goal, and it just looks like that winger made that touch for New Zealand.
Yeah, Horgan got a good strike dump down there for Dane Ryan. It was a beautiful pass from Dane Ryan, but just goes to ground as the link was driving hard through the line, and it will be New Zealand who get it, and he juggles it in the roll ball, claiming a feet in the roll ball, but I don't think so. He just never looked to be completely in control of that one, and it is a turnover in a crucial field position with just near 3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Australia here will really want to equalise before the half is up.
Horgan in the middle with the ball. He gets it down for Josh Phillips. Phillips gets it out to Kainui Cox back on the field. Late switch. If you haven't been able to release it, they need to get this ball rolled. They do. Over the top to Dane Ryan. Dane Ryan, long ball out to Horgan. Back to the middle for Phillips. Phillips gets it down. There's Kainui Cox. He'll go long.
Yeah, great day, boys!
Yeah, and as we hear from the New Zealand box, and they said shout, great D. It was a great D, but Australia's still on the ball.
Yes, great day, boys!
And they shut that one down in a late pass there. And that's, they're little things you give away. It should have been a turnover. They get a tap now.
Just New Zealand driving out the box. And a great set from them, but Australia pressing up high.
Yeah, pressing up in numbers. Trying to cut this down. That's third. Here we go. Couple of touches remaining here for New Zealand. Aussies need to stand tall here in defence, not give away a penalty.
Just picking up and going. Lovely step in and looking out wide, but just couldn't find the player in the end.
A little bit of confusion through that middle there, but the Aussies, in the end, no real damage done, but they'll want to keep an eye on that one.
Stepping up high, this New Zealand side right now.
Nice quick release.
But
Bodies again in collision. Aussies moving forward. There was good aggressive defence, shutting them down. No metres here for the Australians.
Really important to get yards on this, and looking like just a little breakthrough here for Australia. Around the outsides.
Marr again, the try scorer. Nick's more.
Yeah,
Ball from Marr back inside was put down by the Kiwis.
just like wanting to play it, wasn't he? And trying to catch that ball just led them to a new 6. But Australia in really good field position.
Penalty now. Another hard touch was the call. See the shoulder indicated by the referee. It's Kane Rangi with the ball. Rangi.
Just on the 7 now, just probably wanting to toy with New Zealand's defence, make them work.
Rangi and Ma know each other quite well. Play consistently together. Here's the last touch. Matt Tope looks for the late switch back for Rangi. Doesn't get it away.
But really good defence again by New Zealand. Australia just can't seem to get through at the moment.
Be New Zealand with the last opportunity here. If they complete this set, they'll have the last chance to score in this half. That one looked askew for mine, but the play on is the call by the referee. The hooter sounds in the background. And that is the end of the first half. Australia, New Zealand, 3-3 here in this men's 35s. We're going to take a quick break and we'll bring you all the action of the second half shortly.
Second half. Just a request on the goal landers, two markers around the field of play are there to stand behind. Your safety, play safety, referee safety. If you're up to the line, you're absolutely back by one, two, referee, and you're doing anything to do so. Well, Ladies officials, 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Here we are back with the second half of this men's 35s game. Australia, New Zealand, 3-all.
Ladies officials, stand 5.
Game underway here. It is Australia with the tap off, making their way up over the halfway line. Just again, settling it down a little bit now. The change of pace comes. Ball juggled. Defender gets up, calls it 6 more.
Unusual call there, but just looks like maybe someone got the touch in from the New Zealand side.
From the referee's point of view.
What's here on the ball looking like that? But just a penalty.
Yeah. Penalty against Australia for a forward pass from the ruck. I think that's what they call in the classics a get square. But anyway, we'll play on here. It is Australia in defence as the New Zealanders roll up off the line. The Aussies press hard. Now, Kiwis roll on, approaching the halfway line, coming across to the subset. Looked like a little juggle there. Play on was the call.
Yeah, just coming to the box. Oh, great momentum by New Zealand's number 14. Just couldn't get the pick up.
Kyron Marsh it was. As you said, great momentum. Now the Aussies get the push on up over the halfway line. They are halfway line just in front of their sub box. There'll be 4 touches in enemy territory.
Yeah, just getting really good meters down here.
2 to go now. Players push through the midfield. That's a massively forward
Yeah.
pass.
Just didn't call it in the end, but a long
Out to the
ball.
winger, long ball and a dive in the corner. Referee gives the all clear.
What a finish we have just seen. Looking at the replay here, just going in. And number 7 for Australia, long ball to the wing.
Luke Tucky on the end of that one. Another try for Tucky.
A hat-trick, we shall say, for him in this game.
4-3, the Aussies take the early lead in the second half. Really has been a seesawing battle. He has to go back.
I think the ball must have been
the
left
Aussies-
by the...
Aussies have to go back and get the ball.
Yeah, just it's always known in any game to bring back the ball with you.
Well, what was going on there? He must have thrown it back into one of his own players who left it there because he scored in the corner. So it's odd that the ball was in the middle of the field. Anyway, it is the Kiwis that get us back underway from the tap off. Now they push up off the line. The Aussies in defence. Kiwis playing it deep here.
Yeah.
Haven't moved into the 7, really wanting the Aussies to have to come up.
And it looks like a great touch.
Yeah, no, he's called out.
Called out of bounds.
Yeah, so he must have put his foot into touch. The Aussie defender wasn't there in time, I have to say. If the ball was down, it would have been a try, but unfortunately for the New Zealanders, foot into touch as the Aussies now roll up that right-hand edge, looking to get to their sub-box.
And that would have been a really good reply from the New Zealand team. Just getting 4-4, but still 4-3 to Australia. And ball in hands, looking like they're going to scoot through.
That's
Long
Kane
ball
Rangi.
again.
And touch made. That was a beautiful diving touch from the big New Zealand winger.
And a great play. Just good touch in general there. Great defence from the New Zealand side.
It was the pick and scoop of number 8 for Australia, Kane Rangi. He nearly got the job done, but the task of the defender was right up to it, as we see Jai Ayub into contact in defence, and he ended up on the ground. The referee says that the New Zealanders initiated that forceful contact, and that will be a penalty against them. So the Aussies on the attack now. Through that try scorer, Luke Tucky, or Tucky Luke.
Yeah, good field position for Australia now to definitely get one on the board. Just a little play, quickie place, little step. Number 13 for them.
Yeah,
Looking
Patrick
very
Horgan.
dangerous.
Yeah, he's always around the ball, playing in the midfield. Nice pick up, long release again.
And it's going to be given a try. A great finish and put down. A little head spin, I must say. It was very
Almost
cool.
a breakdance move.
Yeah, attribute.
Could be in the next Olympics. Breakdancing is one of the newer sports. And there's a beautiful long pass from Dane Ryan, and it is Tucky Luke in the corner. Just being fed out there, isn't it?
New Zealand now on the ball. Australia stepping off in the defence. Passing the ball really nicely, sweeping
Ball
around.
movement. Here's the sweeper play. Dropped back on the inside. Touch affected right in front of the referee. And it was Dave Maher who got down there. Shut that one down. As he's up off the line, Kyron Marsh with the ball.
With both teams, you can see they're just running hard on the outside, and it's really nice to see that, getting the defence to chase hard. And it's looking like that's going to be a play on there, just from both teams.
Looks like we might have an injury in back play for the New Zealand as well. Play on. There's Kanui Cox. Cox breaks through in behind the line now. It's all about where the support players are. You can see there, one of them tucked back and stayed on the line, but great cover defence from the New Zealanders. They shut that one down, but danger signs there as Kanui Cox got in behind the line. On that occasion, the Kiwis were right up to it, but they'll need to keep an eye on Kanui Cox. He's always dangerous around the ball.
Yeah, just New Zealand now driving out, and that was dangerous, and being 2-0 up, that is so important. So New Zealand really need to get a try down on the board.
Last touch coming up for the Kiwis, a big skip out, pass over the left, attempted tap on play, but nothing doing there. See Alfonso Goulding tried to knock that one over the top, but it wasn't quite right. Almost a falcon on Goulding. And
Yeah, just that winger was able to read it and chase really far, really wide, and just great from the Aussies' defence.
Matthew Tope driving into the line now. It is Jai Ayub. Ayub gets it away. This is Horgan now. Horgan. Have a penalty against the Australians, I believe, here. Just looking at the referee's communication and body language. We're saying that there was a collision. And a forced substitution from both players.
Wow.
So
that's the second
it's a turnover, no penalty, but both players have been forced substituted.
It just shows the intensity of this game, I suppose, and how both teams are still bringing it.
Both players just got on with it. They go off. We're not playing numbers now. It is still 6-on-6. The substitutes have to go to their respective sub boxes, but they can be replaced immediately. So in the midfield like that, it's not such a disadvantage, but it can become quite costly if those 4 substitutions are made closer to a scoreline.
I mean, it just means there is still like the normal amount of space that you see on the pitch, unlike the 5-on-5 where we just saw long ball after long ball and score after score. But like you said, if it was on the line, that can become dangerous, because that's where you have a couple seconds in the pitch.
Just while you're talking, there's been lots of confusion. Dane Ryan was trying to get the ball back in play. The referee was saying no, something had to happen, then something else had to happen, and finally we're back underway. And it is the Aussies on the attack. That pass, I think we're going to see that one called fair. Yes, we will, and it's another try for Tucky Luke. But again, let's see it. Tucky Luke's the one getting all the scores, but this pass here, it is Dave Maher with a beautiful right to left cutout.
Yeah, just the missed pass as well, straight to the wing.
Beautifully executed, Dave Maher. That was a money ball for Tucky Luke.
Looks like he's practiced that 100 times over.
In his sleep.
Don't know how New Zealand can fight that.
And now it's New Zealand back on the attack. Michael Macquarie, the number 10, is the one playing the ball.
Just on the line now. Let's see if they can get a strike play going. Wrapping round. Going mid-gap and he dives. But it's going to be called a It's going to be a try. And what a try indeed.
Corey Simeon Governor. Just want to see this one in replay and just pick up what the referee indicates here to the players if we can, because he's saying to this player number 13, Horgan, that hand signal for mine indicates that he has said that the Australian player has called a touch, but he has missed. If that's the case, he should be in the bin.
What? He's
saying that the Australian player has called ostensibly what we call a phantom.
Oh my.
Which is a tough accusation to make. But if the referees, in my opinion, are going to say to a player that you have called a phantom, they have to penalise him by putting him in the bin. I don't understand that call. But anyway, we're back with it, and the Aussies have struck straight back. So it is the Aussies now.
This game is getting tense.
It has everything.
Yeah.
So let's see. Get a replay of that final score. As we were talking about the decision on the previous one, the Aussies went up the field and scored. So they maintained their score gap.
Yeah, and it's really good for Australia in that aspect, but New Zealand is not letting them have it hard.
So here we go. The Kiwis on the attack, certainly not turning away. They're not giving up, the Kiwis, and that is exactly what they're known for. They never back down, the Touch Blacks. Little step to the right, but now the referees are tucking back in position to call a penalty. I believe it may have been a late pass on that one.
Yeah, just looked a really nice play if it was able to play through, but Australia's defence doing really well in that aspect.
Now it is the Aussies on the attack again, rolling up towards the halfway line. Some momentum here, the back of that one.
Looking like he's picking
Jai
up.
Ayub from half, nice little cutout pass to the link.
Just not able to take it in time, and
It's a nice defensive pressure from that winger, shutting in the way he did. Good touch.
yeah, maybe a forced error there.
Now the Aussies up off the line, trying to hold the Kiwis in their own end of the field. They're up to the halfway line now.
Getting
The
a
touches
couple
remain.
meters, but not knowing really where to
A little bit
pass there.
clunky around the ruck for the New Zealanders. Not their usual style of play here. The defensive pressure of the Australians may have, as you said, forced them into some of those failed opportunities.
Yeah, because they're so well known to play expansive and on the run. And that's what we like to see in this game, and it can look so smooth.
Referee calls a shoulder charge against the defensive winger there from New Zealand. That was Nathan Walland. Now it is his opposite number taking the ball forward in Anthony Tipple. That's Horgan.
Just Australia on their line now, just trying to get a strike play going. Let's see what they can do and build off. Looking like the quickies on the outside, fire up, going long.
Tope, short ball, dives on the inside. Just the number 11 came in to shut down, but didn't affect contact. It looked like he was there to get the job done.
Yeah, just a fire up going long, and then
That's Tope with that little quick release. It was, and I think he was caught on the backhand almost. He was trying to touch across his body and couldn't get the extension. And it is Scott Bradley that gets us the try for Australia to skip out to a 7-4 lead. That was just bizarre.
yeah, it didn't look like they covered well, but somehow just evaded the touch really nicely.
Australia skip out to that 3-try lead now. The New Zealanders on the attack. Defence comes up, makes the touch, but now a penalty.
Yeah, just a lot of penalties in this game that we've seen on both sides of the pitch. But playing around now, moving the ball. Number 9 on the ball for the New Zealand, going mid, and it's going to be a touch called from the Aussie side.
Yeah, the touch came from the link coming across in cover. Little player hadn't affected a touch. He made that call, but the link onside does make a touch. So Kiwi's back on the attack. Skips out to the right, hits a short line to collapse in to make the touch.
Lovely touch there. And
Winger unmarked, but they went for that short hole. That's the thing, isn't it? You have bodies in motion, have two choices, and that one they took the wrong one. But now they come back to this same right-hand side. Sweeper play this time looks good.
think the New Zealand player thinking he's offside, and he has given the offside.
So a penalty here for the Kiwis. They are on the 7 metre line. There's one.
Just trying to get the people around them.
Callum O'Sullivan in the middle. They shifted out to the left-hand edge. Try to get some fresh legs in the attack here. They do so.
So new pod on. Let's see what they can build off. And another call.
And now they have to exclude somebody here. That's 3 penalties on the line for not moving forward. So the Aussies have one in the exclusion box, which means the Touch Blacks have an extra man in this set of 6, an advantage to them.
Yeah, just Matthew Tope standing behind the line from Australia team, but New Zealand just can't get the score.
That's a waste of the opportunity there. The Aussies stood tall in defence.
Just Australia passing the ball back and hitting his own player.
That's a little bit of gamesmanship, I think we call that one. Sucking in the big ones, and we'll take some extra time here. We're in front on the scoreboard. And now they drive forward, up to the halfway line. Substitutes rolling onto the field. A good drive from Kanui Cox. There's another tough contact in defence as well.
Yeah, getting a really good field position here for Australia. Just that pump dummy fake, but the referee's going to call a penalty on the New Zealand side.
Jonathan Bailey was trying to punch through the hole there. All went to ground, but the referee blows a penalty. So it's Cox in the middle. He rolls it back for Chris Jordan. Cox with the ball now. Jordan into half. Kanui Cox off the left foot. Read nicely by Wayne Tupe.
Being able to bounce around on those toes. Super agile. Around the outside now for Australia. Looking for the long, stepping back in.
Cox, beautiful hole. The link had collapsed in, and it was just heads-up touch football from Kanui Cox. He finds his mate Chris Jordan in space. Let's have a look at it again. That little hop, and you could see his eyes were up. He saw the link come in, and he knew that his teammate Chris Jordan would be hitting the hole. And that's another one of those, you hit the hole, I'll hit your hands. Beautiful setup by the Aussies, and they bounce out to an 8-4 lead now.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those scores for this team, and really, really nice finishes, and can't treat anything different. But New Zealand on the ball and looking long to their winger.
Yeah, good cover. Cover came out. He was pushing hard, and he had to, because the New Zealanders had stretched them. As they look to again, loses a hat as he goes away. He's running that fast, and his hat falls off.
That's why the fast players always wear it backwards. I've noticed this somehow, and
I've never had to do that. Been a forward hat wearer all my life. So as the Aussies roll up now off the line, and a little bit of collision, but nothing in it. A little bit of early sting has sort of died down, and both teams have got to it and stuck to their guns.
yeah, great touch there from the New Zealand player, just leaving the...
Nice release here. Kane Rungy in space, but they hold him up in the middle. Rungy gets one over the top.
Not long left to go.
Dane Ryan with the ball now. And that's just the end of a set. Kiwis, they'll need to move the ball. Minute and a half remain here. Kentucky Luke gets up in the line and just puts some pressure on, forces a pass, and the ball goes to ground. So it is the Aussies with another opportunity in the New Zealand territory.
Yeah, New Zealand might be feeling a bit of fatigue now, and just in the legs to just pull all the way through.
So it is the Aussies on the attack. 15 out. From half, a little short ball. We love listening. We're just behind the New Zealand bench. It's great to hear the spirit coming from the bench and their supporters. They wanted something other than the decision that was given there. As we see the Aussies now, Horgan with a no look like the dive, and then releases, and it is Tucky Luke again, who gets another one in the corner. I don't think Tucky's been off this half. He's played the whole game on this wing. As we see it here again, Horgan with kept the eyes, and you can see they were so close there, but no touch affected. And that is a great try for the Aussies.
Well, what a try from the both of them. The diving, the pass, and then Tucky being able to finish it. It's so under control, and what a stint he has put out there on that wing. So secure for this team.
So he scored, at least 5 tries in this game, and they've been team tries. They scored on the wing, but the way the ball has got to him has been very different each occasion, and he's just done his job beautifully, as we see in this attempted intercept right on the hooter. Kanui Cox it was. The ball went to ground, and that's all she wrote here in this men's 35s game. Australia victorious over New Zealand, but there'll be plenty more action in this division. But when those two teams meet again, they'll be looking forward to that contest. But we've enjoyed bringing it your way here in the round, here from this beautiful Riverside Complex in Nottingham. And the final score 9-4. Plenty of action coming your way. We have a men's 55s game, and again it is the two combatants we just saw out there, Australia and New Zealand. Look forward to bringing you that action. Alice, what do you think about that in wrapping up? 2 great games to start us off.
Yeah, wow, amazing games, and I can't wait for the rest of the day. They've really brought it out, and it's lovely to see it from all these sides here.
As I said, more action. 55s, Australia and New Zealand coming up. We'll take a quick break and bring you all of that action when the game starts.
Yeah,